I told my girlfriend she's a completely different person now. For some background, my girlfriend and I have been together for 5 years and met in college. For the past 4 years things have been great. I've always thought I was the luckiest guy in the world. She's incredibly out of league. About a year ago my girlfriend woke up in the middle of night and had a panic attack. She couldn't breathe and I ended up calling an ambulance. She had no history of panic attacks but was really stressed at work, so we think that's what triggered it. She's currently taking time off work, which I absolutely support, but refuses medication. The doctor recommended anxiety meds, saying she didn't think medication would help when the panic attack was stress-induced. She also doesn't have many friends and I think that could also be a contributing factor. She has been overall happier. Over the last 6 months however, she's been changing a lot about herself and I don't know how to address it. She's dyed her hair an unnatural color, she's started wearing more black/dark blue, she's gotten into heavy metal and rock, and she's gone vegan. I've been slowly asking her what's with the new look, new interests, and she said she's met a girl online who lives in our city who is into the heavy metal scene and she's taking a liking to it and has made many friends because of it. I was fine with the new interest and friends, but I was cautious because it's such a drastic change in a short time. This past Friday while she was meeting up with her friends I asked if I could come along. She said she didn't mind but asked if I was sure since it's not exactly my scene. I honestly just wanted to meet these new friends. We get to show and I'll admit I was kinda surprised that metalheads are so nice. The only person who didn't acknowledge me or talk to me was this one guy about our age. After the show everyone was hanging out and her attention eventually got pulled away from me. She started talk to the one guy, who never said hello to me, and maybe I missed it earlier, but talking to her was the only time I saw him smile the entire night. She also clung to him quite a bit, which made me uncomfortable. At around midnight I couldn't find her and I texted her it's getting late, we should go. She texted back she wanted to stay and if I wanted to leave she understood. I got angry but just texted back fine. She came home at 4 a.m. completely drunk. I was awake but pretended not to be. Saturday morning I was very distant with her while she nursed a hangover. She eventually asked if I was mad at her and I said yes. I told I'm happy that she's not stressed anymore and meeting friends and finding new interests, but she's a completely different person than she was 6 months ago. She argued she's the exact same person, but I countered that with the her of 6 months ago would never have told me to go home alone at midnight while she got shit-faced with people she barely knows and come crawling home at 4 a.m. She got defensive and we fought. She ended up leaving and saying she was gonna stay with friend for the night. She came home Monday morning and we talked and I told her I'm worried about her and she said she's fine. She's finally in a place where she's happy and I should be happy for her, and if it's such a problem then we should take a break. I was shocked that she was so willing to just throw away 5 years and told her as much. She shrugged and said she has to put her happiness first, and I asked when her happiness shifted from building a life with me to partying with random people she met. She rolled her eyes and got up to leave. I told her I don't like who she's turning into and she called me an a-hole and accused me of not wanting her to be happy outside of our relationship. Go to. I told my girlfriend she's a completely different person now. She shrugged and said she has to put her happiness first, and I asked when her happiness shifted from building a life with me to partying with random people she met. She rolled her eyes and got up to leave. I told her I don't like who she's turning into and she called me an a-hole and accused me of not wanting her to be happy outside of our relationship. Before I got home from work the next week, I texted her and asked her to be home so we could talk. When I got home she wasn't there and I had to wait about an hour for her to get home. I asked her plainly if she wanted to break up. She said yes. I asked her why and she told me it's not me,